Hello students, in this video we will discuss a new chapter, that is banking. Banking. So you can see that if you put some money in your bank will pay you some interest. So why bank pay you the interest? At first note these things. Suppose these are the people and this is a bank. So people are put some money in the bank and banks gives them some interest. Suppose the interest is 4% interest. And how banks will pay you the interest? Because banks will give this money to the businessmen. So these are the businessmen. Okay, and from them, that means from the businessmen, banks will take some high interest. Suppose 10%. They are getting 10% interest from the businessmen, and bank will pay you 4% interest, and between them the 6% interest banks is keep with them. Okay, so that's why bank gives you this much interest. Okay, now there are mainly four types of banks account. One is savings account, savings. Second is current. Number 3, that is fixed deposit account, and number 4, this is recurring deposit account. So what is savings account? This account we are normally use. In this type of bank account, banks will pay you the interest 3% to 3.5%. This is very under the banks. The different banks pay you different interest. Normally varies 3 to 3.5%. Current account. Current accounts is specially used the businessmen, and this type of bank account they are not give you any interest. And in a fixed account they are give you 6 and 6.5% interest in a fixed deposit account. And in a recurring deposit account, and also they are paying 5 to 5.5% interest. Okay, so this savings account, current account and fixed account not having new syllabus, so no need to do this. Okay, so there are only recurring deposit account having new syllabus, so we are discussing this type of account only. Now what is recurring deposit account? In recurring deposit account we are put some money in the bank in every month. Okay, suppose if you put 500 rupees in every month in the bank account, in the first month if you will put 500 rupees. In second month you will put again 500 rupees. In third month you will put again 500 rupees. This way if you put this 500 rupees in 1 year, okay, this way you will put this 500 rupees in 1 year. So fourth month 500 rupees, 6th month also 500 rupees, 7th month this 500 rupees, 8th month, 9th month, 10th month, 11th month and 12th month. Okay, so after 1 year how much interest you will take from the bank, these things you have to find now. So suppose interest rate in the bank is 6%. So because if you are putting every month put some money in the bank, that's why banks will pay you. So your principal is vary in every month. Okay, so this 500 rupees, that means uh, which 500 rupees you are put in first month, that 500 rupees is, you will get this 500 rupee interest in after 12 month. Okay, and this 500 rupees will get interest in 11 months. This 500 rupees interest you will get 10 months, and so on. Now look, now this 500 rupees interest is, suppose I1 is how much? PRT by 100. P, this is 500. R is 6%. 6 PRT time is 12 month. 12 month means, if you convert this one as a year, 12 by 12 happen. Okay, because 12 month is equal to 1 year. So in this 500 rupees they are paying interest this much rupees. PRT by 100 happen. PRT by 100. Okay, now T2. Now I2 is which one? This 500. In this 500 rupees, so PRT, T is here how much? 11 by 12. 11 by 12 they are paying, because we have to convert this 11 month to year, that's why you have divided this 11 month to 12. So they are paying this much interest for this 500 rupees, and for this 500 rupees they are paying interest how much? 500 PRT. T is here 10 by 12 by 100. So after 12 months, how much rupees you will get the interest? I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus dot dot and so on up to I12. Okay, now put the values. The first one is 500 into 6 into 12 by 12 by 100 plus I2 is how much? 500 into 6 plus 11 by 12 by 100 plus dot dot. The last one is 500 into 6 into 1 by 12 by 100. Now look at here, you can take common from here. 500 into 6 by 100, and here the 12 also. Now here is left 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus dot dot up to 1. Now there is a formula. The formula is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot dot. n natural number sum is n into n plus 1 by 2. So this is the formula. So here the n is 12. So the formula is, this is keep as it is same. The formula is 12 into 12 plus 1, because n is here 12, n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, now this is our formula. Now go through the formula. If you generalize this one, then it will be I is equal to, what is 500? This is the principal, P. Okay, what is 6? This is rate of interest, that is denoted by R. What is this 100? 100 is fixed because R by 100. This 12 is fixed and this 2 is fixed. And what is this 12? This 12 is the month, because 1 year is equal to 12 month, so that is denoted by n. So n into and n plus 2, n plus 1. So this is our formula for finding the interest in a recurring deposit account. So P R is R by 12 into T. T is n into n plus 1 by 2 and by 100, 1 by 100. So this is our formula for finding the interest in a recurring deposit account. Now if I ask you how much amount you will get after 1 year, so this will be, amount means maturity value. So maturity value is equal to n into P is plus I. Why n into P? Because suppose there are 12 months. 12 month, if you put 500 rupees in each month, then how much rupee you have put in the bank in this 1 year? So that will be 12 into 500. Okay, this much rupees you have put in the bank in this 1 year. So that's why this 12 is n and this is P. So maturity value is equal to NP plus I. So these two formula you have to remember for solve the problem in this chapter. Okay, so this is the second formula, and the first formula is interest is equal to P into n plus 1 by 2 into 12 into R by 100. So this formula we have already discussed here. Now go to our problems.